How you doing, French Bully Nation? OJ from JJK9 French Bullies. Before I start this video, let me remind you guys, I need you to go subscribe, click the all notification bells, and follow me on Instagram, same link, JJK9 French Bullies. So, anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk with you guys and get you up to date on what's going on with me. Today is my off day from work, so gotta do a little bit of running around. You know, me and the wife been married for 15 years now, and she decided to surprise me last week with I guess another wedding ring. She kind of upgraded my wedding ring, even though I told her I would never upgrade hers. But I don't really ask for anything. You know, I'm kind of one of those simple guys. It's like, hey, as long as I got food to put in my mouth, a roof over my head, you know, and a few good friends, I'm all good, guys. I'm not really for all the flash and stuff, you know. I guess by me being a little bit older and stuff, I'm not really into all of that stuff. You know, a nice ring, one chain, nice watch. That's all you need. I mean, how many watches can you wear? Even though I have to admit, I do tend to have more than one watch. I guess it's better than being out there doing other things with your money, like bad things like drugs and all that other stuff. So I'm not big on the drinking. I don't smoke. I don't do any of those things and stuff. But let's get to talking about the French bulldogs. Anyway, so I took the little ones to the vet. So once we took them to the vet, I guess they had came home. They had some type of parasite that they had, and I think I spoke about it in my last video. They had some type of a parasite that we ended up getting medicine for it and giving it to both of them. Actually, we had to give it to all 4 dogs because the 2 that I brought home gave it to the 2 older dogs, Harley and ZEUS. So Harley, ZEUS, Lola, and Star was all sick and stuff. So, but anyway, gave them all the medicine. It seems like everybody's okay, but then for some reason, Lola, for some reason, still, I don't know if she still had the sickness or something, but we ended up taking her back to the doctor again. And then after we took her back again, he gave us 2 other medicines to give to her. So we giving her that medicine, and it looks like everything is kind of getting back within line, because it's like with her poop now, it's like it looks like just like regular poop. It's like no blood or anything in it and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that this takes care of it, because when we brought her home, she weighed no more than like 6 pounds. And now, since we've been giving her medicine, giving her food and stuff, look like she gained 2 pounds. May not be a lot, but you know, I can tell when I pick her up that she's gained a little bit of weight. She's probably picked up a little bit more weight since then, but I'm hoping that she just keeps on progressing and gaining more and more weight, which is a good thing. Star came home, she was 12 pounds. Star, she definitely is gaining more weight. I didn't weigh her, but if I had to guess, I'm guessing she probably picked up about 4 pounds and stuff. So, you know, I'm just, you know, staying on top of the business with the dogs and stuff. As I told you guys, first time bully breeder, so just doing my thing, making sure everything is copacetic with the dogs and stuff. There's no problems with them and stuff. Last thing I want is to have problems with these dogs and stuff. That's why I try to stay on top of them and stuff. And you know, I make sure they get out, get a little exercise. Better have a rather large basement, that way they can kind of run around and stuff. It's a good thing to have a large basement, it's a bad thing to have a large basement. I guess because with the large basement, that means that the 2 newest French bulldogs, they tend to want to go and hide places and stuff. And then when they get to hide, they kind of want to still using the bathroom on the floor, and which that's to be expected and stuff. But yeah, on my way out now to go pick up, to take care of some business over in the Joliet area and stuff. Yeah, I live in Joliet, but you know, I don't live right by downtown where everything is at and stuff, which I probably wish I would have lived there, but it is what it is. I still live in a decent house, you know. Other than that, there's not too much else going on except for ZEUS. He's solid, and I think I spoke about this also in the last video, which I'm going to speak about it again. I will be studying ZEUS out. ZEUS will be available for stud. I'm going to be posting his maybe posting more on Instagram and posting more on Facebook and things of that nature. So I want to start posting like what he carries and stuff. So anybody that's interested, I'm going to be speaking on that. I'm going to probably have something maybe posted on one of my websites or something like that. I may put ZEUS up there on the beginning credits or somewhere within the video where you can see what he carries and stuff. So that way, if you want to partner with me on him to stud and stuff, so we can do that. Right now, I'm just going to be selling the sperm and stuff. I'm not going to be doing anything like putbacks or anything like that. Just not right now. Just starting out. I just want to kind of do my thing with him and getting him out there, getting his name out there and stuff. I put out there what his mom and dad is and what their names are and stuff like that. Like I said, got a lot of things on my mind, trying to get things in order and stuff. I will get the stuff in order. I'm just, taking my time about doing it. I want to make sure I do everything right, So it kind of is what it is. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna check back with you in a little bit. Gotta watch this traffic because got people in front of me, behind me, beside me, can't drive. Everybody wants to speed. Some people don't want to drive and stuff. So you know how it is when you've been on the road and stuff. You got people that act like they don't know how to drive. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna be getting back with you in a little bit. Talk to you later. What's going on, French Bully Nation? OJ from JJK9 French Bullies. Just checking in with you guys. Hadn't talked with you in a while. Been working, as you know. Still working a 9 to 5. Also, had to get up super early this morning, as I always do, to take care of the dogs. Had to take care of Lola, Star, ZEUS, and Harley. That's nothing no different. But thing is that this morning I took a look at Lola's poop and looked like it still had blood in it, which we've been giving her medication, and for some reason it's still a little bloody in the stool. So I've taken her to my doctor twice. So this morning, me and my wife, we were discussing it, and we thought about, maybe we need to get a second opinion. So we took her over to this other hospital over there in Plainfield in Illinois, and we ended up finding out that they really didn't see much of anything. But one thing I did find out was when we called over to the other hospital to find out what was the medication that they had gave her. It was some other stuff that they had gave her in a syringe. And when we asked them about it, we was like, well, what did the poop come back as? Was it positive, negative for like parasites, whatever it was? They said they never took the poop test for her. But I remember distinctly taking the poop over there for her too, for them to look it over and see what the deal was. My only thing is well, why was you prescribing a medication for if you didn't test the poop that I brought to you? So how would you know what to test her for? I mean, what to prescribe her is what I meant to say. But yeah, they said that they never did it. So I went to this other hospital, as I said before. Took her in there. She had kind of messed up all in the cage I had with me. So it was still a little bloody. So what they did is they took the poop that I got from her early this morning, and I took that to them. So they're testing it today. They gave me some other stuff. I guess it was like some type of Purina Pro plan for a sensitive stomach, and they also gave me this probiotic to put on there also. Now both of these things I could have gotten from the store, but because I was there, I ended up getting it, getting it from them. And it was like the stuff I purchased, it probably could have saved me a lot of money, but $300 later, they prescribed the stuff and they gave me the stuff. And then as I was leaving, the woman told me, "Oh, you can get this stuff from the store, from the regular Petco or something like that." I'm like, "Great, now you tell me after you can charge me $300. But if it takes care of the problem, then I'm cool with it, Otherwise, I'd be kind of a little bit upset, I just hope that Lola gets better. The other 3 dogs, they're all good, no problems and stuff. ZEUS, as I told you guys before, I'm going to be studding ZEUS out pretty soon. So I'm going to be letting you guys know that he's going to be on there. I'm going to put him online and let him know that his stud, his fee and stuff. So I think it's going to probably be around $1,500 for his stud fee. So I just wanted to put it out there to you guys so you guys will know what's going on with me and the dogs and stuff. I'm still waiting for Harley to come and heat so we can get that first litter. We tried the first time, but she didn't take that first time, so we're going to see what's going to happen with her this next time. And hopefully this next time it takes. But one thing I was kind of a little bit weary of was that we had took her to our doc, and for some reason I just think that she went in to his office and came out a little bit too quick for him to inseminate her. He may have inseminated her stuff, but I don't think he held her upside down, which I've been doing my research. I'm supposed to hold the dog upside down for probably about at least a good 10 to 15 minutes. Me, myself, I'm going to probably do 15 to 20 minutes. That's just me. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that she's still sick. I'm hoping Lola gets better, but once she gets better, hopefully we keep them all within the same confines of my home, because I don't really take my dogs outside or anything like that. Let them go outside and running around in grass and stuff, which is probably crazy, but these dogs are like so finicky and delicate and stuff that I think I call them designer dogs, because you have to take care of them basically like you take care of a child. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna take a break for now, and I'm gonna get back with you in a little bit. Again, this is OJ from JJ K9 French Bullies. Make sure you go to my Instagram channel and my Facebook. I'll talk with you guys later. How we doing, French Bully Nation? OJ from JJ K9 French Bullies. Just want to check in with you guys. Today is Wednesday, my off day, and just got to head over to Harbor Freight. Want to get over there and see if I can get these pads. As I've told you in probably previous videos, I use the fake grass mats for my dogs, but they also sits into a tray. And have the vinyl floors, so a lot of times when they run to try to jump on the tray, if I don't have another tray up under it, it tends to slide on the floor. So I'm just trying to find something that I can use to put up under those trays, so when they go to get on the tray, it doesn't slide all over the place and stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to get that taken care of. So I'm on my way over there to pick up these I guess they like fatigue mats. For like if you sign up for long periods of time and you're supposed to on these fatigue mats, supposed to make it feel better under your feet. Now I'm going over to Harbor Freight to pick them up. I'm thinking the ones at Harbor Freight probably aren't that great, but for what I need them for, they should be just what I need. Cause like I said, all I need them for is to sit them on top of the floor so the mat is on top of it. I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought. Seen the guy on a one wheel, I guess you want to call it skateboard, just went past me and stuff, so it kind of caught my attention. But yeah, I want to get that taken care of. Also, yeah, had the dogs out, these newborn dogs, these new dogs, I'm guessing the two latest ones I've gotten. Seems like I'm having a lot of problems with them because I'm thinking the person that I ended up getting the dogs from, I don't think they gave the dogs, I don't know if they gave them all their shots, what they did, but for some reason, they said they had them dewormed and all this other stuff done to the dogs, but for some reason, I'm having problems with the dogs having worms and stuff. And by me bringing the two new dogs on my other dogs now, all of that crap is happening and they catch it and stuff. So, like everybody in the household is sick, you know. So, what I've been doing is I ended up taking the girl Lola, I took her to the vet, one of those, I guess it's 24-hour vets. I took her because her stool was bloody, and you know I was getting kind of worried. Because like I said, I'm a first-time breeder, so I was a little worried. So ended up taking her there. They gave me some bag of food and probiotic, which I could have got from the store probably for like maybe 50 or 60 bucks. They give me that, the doctor sees her, and all that said and done, it was like 300 bucks. And I'm like, damn, 300 bucks for that? I could have went back to the store and bought that crap myself, and they wasn't really sure what was wrong with themselves. So we ended up paying $300 for that. Then they called me back and they told me she has Giardia, so I'm guessing that's some type of, they give me the medicine for deworming her. Oh God, so we ended up doing that. So we get that taken care of, and once that's taken care of, they took me $77. So I'm thinking, okay, well, all my other dogs got the same problem. I don't want to sit there and keep paying $77 times 4 dogs. So I kind of looked it up, what they were giving her, and it's this stuff called Pedicure C, which I'm going to speak about it again more in another video. So I ended up looking it up and I saw the Pedicure C. I'm like, oh man, the stuff that they giving her, I'm looking online at it. Now, for a dog that's under 10 pounds, it was like $8 for a 3-day supply. They gave me something like, let me give it to her for a whole week. So I'm like, well, did they give me a cheaper version of it or something? But anyway, so my other 3 dogs, they're over 10 pounds. But they less than 20 pounds, so they gave me this other stuff. I just got the same stuff that they prescribed to me, Pedicure C. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but I ended up getting the same thing for my other 3 dogs, and I paid for it. I think I got like 4 boxes of it and stuff, and it was like, I want to say it was either $8 or maybe $15 a box. But I'm just saying, by me spending that $15 times, I bought 3 boxes of that, and I could have paid for the 3 boxes, and bought 2 of those little other boxes for the smaller weight, and I still would have been out of like $60 instead of giving these people $77 for, $77 for just the one dosage. So, I live and I learn. I figured it out, but hopefully this next time when we doing that, when I have my litter, we're doing the deworm and all that stuff, obviously I'll be going to my doctor, getting all that taken care of and stuff. But yeah, guys, raising French bulldogs is not cheap. If anybody tells you that it's cheap, they're lying to you or they don't know what they're talking about. Because I've been back and forth with these dogs. Seriously, I think I'm into these dogs right now and not produce 1 litter for like 25 grand. But you got to keep in mind, I have 4 dogs now, so that's the reason. And I'm hoping this next time that it's time for Harley to come and heat. Make sure we get this progesterone test and be on point with it because I don't want to go through missing a second opportunity to produce a litter with her, because she's gonna be, I'm quite sure she's what, 2 years old right now, so it's time for her to produce a litter for me and stuff, you know. Just trying to recoup some of the investment that we put out there. I mean, I love my dogs, don't get me wrong, I do love my dogs and stuff, but you know, you do want to see a return on your investment, you know. Yeah, just had a guy fly past me, then we got another guy flying past me. I don't know what's up with these guys. They in a hurry to go nowhere. The guy just ran and got in front of me. I don't know, he's doing 70, 80 miles an hour. And they're not going nowhere because it's a traffic jam. So it's like, where are you going to go? Oh yeah, I was just checking out the news yesterday. Funny thing happened. I told you guys I'm here in Illinois. So I kind of looked at the news, and you'll never guess what happened. On I-80 by Hoboken Road, which is where I'm going to now to probably come off the expressway, I guess some guy had an accident. But the thing about it, he had an accident. He has one of those big carriers, and the carriers had cows in it. Cows. So I guess the trailer must have turned over or something. But anyway, yeah. It was 33 cows out here on I-80 in Illinois, which was a trip. I definitely stayed away from this area. I stayed away from this area because I did not want to come around this area at that time of day. They trying to corral 33 cows. They said they had like a guy on a horse corralling the cows back to the truck to get them all back on there. I could imagine that was a trip to see yesterday, but I'm about to go past where this happened at, and I don't know, see if you see any remnants of it after I get past there and stuff. But yeah, just crazy things. Who would have thought that you see cows out on the expressway? Yeah, so and on my way over here too, and it's no guarantee I'm gonna see them. I just take my chances. I want to go by here and see if I see CJ on 32s. I'm hoping to see him over here at his shop. If he's at his shop, I'm going to stop in there and say hi to him. If he's not at the shop, then I'm just going to step in and go ahead and pick up those mats I need for those trays and stuff. But yeah, I've been trying to get in contact with him for a while. I could just call, but I'm always over here in Joliet area, so I figured I'd just take my chances and see if I see him over there, because yeah, it's I don't know, it's just a trip, you know. Yeah, I know he's a busy man, he's putting out plenty of car content and stuff like that, so can't blame him, man. He's on his grind and stuff, which I'm trying to be on my grind more every day. It's just kind of hard to be on my grind every day when I'm not I'm working a regular 9 to 5 and stuff. As you guys know, I work for a Honda dealership. I'm in the car industry, and we still got problems with this chip shortage going on. So guess what? I'm not able to do as much as far as sales are concerned. But guess what? Dogs don't understand that. Something has to be taken care of. It has to be taken care of. I got to make sure that I'm taking care of those dogs, making sure I'm staying up on their health. Because if you treat your dogs good, your dog's going to treat you good in the end. So that's kind of like what the deal is with me as far as putting all this money for my babies and stuff. But yeah, I took them today to have their nails done, because I don't do their nails just because they're such a dark color and their nails are so dark. I don't want to get to the point where I nip them or nip it quick or something. I just don't trust myself doing that, so it's worth it to me. In my area, I don't know how much it costs in your area, but in my area, it's like $5 a dog to have their nails done. So I do that. I pretty much clean their ears and stuff. You know, you can pay extra to get their ears cleaned and stuff, but I clean their ears, and I think I do a better job because I have the time to sit home and take my time and make sure that, it's taken care of, they're taken care of, which I'm always going to make sure my dogs are taken care of, that's kind of like what the deal is with that. But yeah, guys, make sure you are watching my YouTube channel. I want you to also make sure that you are checking out my Instagram and Facebook. I try to do a little TikTok. I don't do it as much as I can, but I'm thinking maybe if there's a way I could probably just do a TikTok, which I'm going to look on my Instagram page to see if there's a switch I can click. So when I'm posting to YouTube and Facebook, maybe there's a way I can post to TikTok at the same time. But anyway, guys, this is OJ JJ K9 from Bullies